Alright, everybody, give me a second. Sound check as always. Are we live? Waiting for freedom. Alright, we're live, everybody. As always, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Mike, the FX boss, broadcasting live on YouTube and other streaming platforms like Teams. Never forget, we're here to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? You're first an analyst, then you become a trader, right? You're going to graduate from this course when, number one, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Fibonacci goes into the charts. Number two, you have your strategy in place. You understand how you win, how you lose. And number three, you have a complete understanding of how this market works so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Lesson 54 today, how to find the confirmation Fibonacci in an uptrend. Alright, everybody? With the Fibonacci's, we're working on 1, 2, 3. We're almost at the end of 2026, so don't let 2025. So don't let 2026 to be just another year, everybody. And risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We're here to learn. Pathway to Riches, finish the course 101, join the Advanced Institutional Trader course, also called FX 202. Join a capital group, everybody. You cannot get rich on a $1,000 trading account. And for questions and homework, Vincent is here. So questions, homework, you know, you have my Gmail. You can connect on Teams, everybody. It's for free. If you didn't receive the free manual, alright, it's for free. And in December, Saturday, December 13th, we are going to host the Lazy Crypto Portfolio, everybody. Coin market cap. Alright, so we are here and let's see how it's the portfolio doing so far. Am I logged in? You know, all-time high. So starting from 2021, everybody's portfolio made 18,000% just quickly. And you know, there is a great opportunity now, in my humble opinion, because cryptos lost between 30 to 50%. Alright, everybody? Crypto lost, I mean, Ethereum went to 5,000, now it's 3,000, Bitcoin 120, now it's 90, Solana 400, it's 130, XRP almost 3, now it's down to 2, Zcash went to 700, down to 300, now it's, you know, privacy tokens, whatever. I mean, you don't need to know everything, nothing, you know, but anyway. Okay, everybody? If you want to join, this Saturday is going to be 9 AM Brazilian time. You can join, everybody. Okay, otherwise, what do we have today? Today we have how to find the confirmation Fibonacci in an uptrend, everybody. If you want the Fibonacci package, is for free. Alright, before we go on charts, and give me a second, in an uptrend, AUD, CHF, AUD, JPY, AUD, Canada, JPY, CHF, JPY, Euro AUD maybe, the first one. Before you go on charts, hopefully JForex is going to work, everybody, otherwise I'm going to reset it. There you go. Okay, as always, what is the procedure, everybody? To reread the rules, alright? The original Fibonacci that you are going to see on the chart, we use the original Fibonacci to determine trend direction. Then we compare trend direction from the larger time frame to the lower time frame. And the last thing, we need to identify in what zone are the Fibonacci's on the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. Okay, so if you go on Euro AUD monthly chart, everybody, Euro AUD monthly chart, if I'm not mistaken, right? Do you have the same Fibonacci original one? Whoops. Yeah, I've deleted a few things. Alright, so do you have the same Fibonacci original one as I do? Can you see it, everybody? And this was like back in time, this was a no-brainer entry, textbook entry with the crown, change in the short-term trend, counter trend line break. Would you or wouldn't you make tons of money if you would have this knowledge and you would just, you know, go up and up and up? Consolidation, fair enough, period of consolidation, and then up and up and up, right, everybody? And this is the contrarian. Okay, everybody, do you have the same Fibonacci as I do? I'm not sure if you can type on YouTube. Now, talking about the original Fibonacci's, everybody, that's the A, capital A. And we are on Euro AUD monthly chart. That's the B. That's the B up in here. And red one, that's the C. That's the C. And red goes to red, right? This market, it's long term going to go up to here. Okay, everybody? Then we have the contrarian, right? Hello, Olga, cannot type on YouTube. Oh, no problem, everybody. So this is now the contrarian, right? It's sub A. Everybody going down, right? Sub A, contrarian. All right, black goes to black. Hello, Olga, how are you? Sub B. Sub A, sub B. I'm not sure if I'm... Give me a second. I'm going to delete this one, the shortened trend. Whoops. And there you go. Snap to candle. And this go to... That's the B, right? Fibonacci, snap to candle. Snap to candle, alright. And this one I believe was here, right? If I'm not mistaken. Sub A, sub B, and of course this down here is the sub C, right? The sub C, and white goes to white. I can't even open it now, I can only listen from the mobile phone. Crazy stuff, right? Everybody, and now this is the sub D. Okay. And now let's check, everybody, if we have our Fibonacci of the confirmation in here. Alright, so that's the C. I'm going to delete this short-term trend. Alright, and remember, the confirmation Fibonacci goes in the same direction as the original one. Now, that's the from here to here, you know, this is the... We're going to write, right? Sub A, just quickly. Smaller letter, sub A is going to be here, and clone, sub B. Alright, and clone. There's going to be this sub C, sub A, sub B, sub C, and clone. And there is this sub D. There you go. So green goes to green, right? The next one was from here to here, and the last one was, there you go. So this is our most recent, everybody, confirmation Fibonacci. Sub A, sub B, sub C so far, and so far sub D, everybody, it's up in here. Agreed? Now it works as Olga on YouTube. Finally I got in. Alright, excellent. Olga and everybody else, please confirm that you have the same original and confirmation Fibonacci's on Euro AUD monthly chart. Alright, so just in theory, everybody, you know, how to find the confirmation Fibonacci in an uptrend. You must have a Fibonacci going up, everybody, the original one. Whoops, give me a second, delete. There you go. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci. So until the market is going down, meaning until the market is in, that's the A, up in here, this is going to be the B, all right? Until the market is in a retracement, everybody, going down, it has the same original, great. Until the market is in a retracement, when the contrarian Fibonacci is working its way down, making lower lows, lower highs, it's in a retracement, then you cannot find the confirmation Fibonacci. Does this make sense? Right? Boss, can you repeat please? Yeah, sure. Until the market is in a retracement on the uptrend, relevant highs and lows, right? On the Fibonacci, relevant low, relevant higher high, relevant higher low called the A, and now relevant higher high, it's called the B. So this is the extension on the Fibonacci, and now until the market is in a retracement, making lower lows, lower highs, you cannot find the confirmation Fibonacci. Make sense? For you to have a chance or possibility to find the confirmation Fibonacci, the market must change the short-term trend. Does this make sense? And you start looking for the confirmation Fibonacci the first time from the capital C. Okay? Why the first time? Because sometimes the market is going to do this, you know, and then it's going to do this again. So even though this is still the capital C, which is the lowest point inside the AB boundary after the B, before the market hits the appropriate D extension, you know, give me a second. This is still going to be the C, is the lowest point inside the AB boundary, but sometimes the market is going to go lower, low, so it's going to break the, let's say that this was the last confirmation Fibonacci up in here, and the market broke the confirmation Fibonacci, went into a retracement again, so this time, you know, you are going to start your confirmation Fibonacci from here. So long story short, everybody, every single time the market reverses the trend. All right, so text, rule, charting rule, charting rule, everybody. Every time the market changes trend direction, every time the market changes trend direction in the direction of the original Fibonacci, you can then find the confirmation Fibonacci. All right, everybody? Take a picture, screenshot with the cell phone, photo, whatever. Type in the chat done. Charting rule. Every time the market changes trend direction in the direction of the original Fibonacci, capital ABC, you can then find the confirmation Fibonacci, meaning you're going to start from here. Okay? That's the original Fibonacci. This color maybe, you know, ABC, but now this is the confirmation. So if you're going to take a picture, everybody, just quickly, you know, give it a second. We're going to do like sub A example. Everybody, do you like the Fibonacci's? Do you like the Fibonacci, everybody? To the same, not really. Yeah, we have some students with difficult times with the Fibonacci. We have students that love the Fibonacci in the beginning and then today say, oh, I hate the Fibonacci, I really don't like the Fibonacci. You need to give it time, makes sense? In this profession, you need to give it time. Time. Don't be that arrogant with your ego, thinking that you are going to get everything in the first month and that you understand everything. I'm telling you, you are not going to get everything in the first month, and most likely you're not going to get everything in the first year either. You know? And that's the truth, everybody. Olga says, yeah, I like the Fibonacci a lot, still learning. Excellent, very good. Okay, everybody, can you take a picture? Do you want to take pictures? Take a picture, print it out, you know, glue it on your, you know, whatever. Study this science, the Fibonacci science, you know. It's a science, right? Olga and everybody else on YouTube, most of you cannot write, right? I'm not sure why, but it might most likely it's on your side, everybody. Can I move forward? Type in the chat, everybody. Type in the chat, done, took a picture. I'm telling you, everybody, if you can learn the Fibonacci's, I'm giving you 2 strategies that are time tested and proven in the advanced Fibonacci course. Those strategies make money, but you need to obey the rules and you need to learn the rules. Make sense? Make sense, everybody? Done. All right. So going back to the chart, we are on a Euro AUD monthly chart, everybody. All right. Now, can we chart the contrarian Fibonacci on the confirmation Fibonacci? Analyst, what are you predicting now? How would you predict the market for the coming weeks? It's really no-brainer, right? If you've learned price action in the correct way, everybody, you know, Fibonacci is just another tool. So extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension. Not sure about this one. High, low, not a low, extension, extension, retracement, extension, retrace, lower low, that's the lower low, retracement, extension. Everybody, how would you predict what is the market going to do in the coming weeks or months? There is no right or wrong, don't be shy. Can you put the contrarian Fibonacci? Hello Shino, hello Habib, if you're here, say hello on YouTube. Dave. Don't be shy. Can you put the contrarian Fibonacci on the chart, everybody? On the sub A, sub B, sub C? There is no right or wrong. There is right or wrong in charting, but there is no right or wrong in how you're going to do. Alex, you're late. Don't be late, Alex. Alex, don't be late. Alex, what would you say to your trader to do, to buy or sell? And then we're going to go to Euro AUD weekly chart, and then we're going to go Euro AUD daily chart, and then if we have time, we're going to go on Euro AUD 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart. Alright, everybody? The best trade of the week so far is going to be tomorrow. We are shorting everybody USD CAD. This is the account so far. All right. Talking the Fibonacci's too. All right. We are shorting USD CAD. Remember, tomorrow we have the news announcement. All right. So this is going to be most likely our last trade of this year. If we finish with 1% profit in December, then next week, is it Christmas next week? Christmas? In 2 weeks, you know, it's Christmas time, and then we all go on vacation, you know, so. Hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Alex, and everybody else on YouTube, what would you tell your trader to do? Sorry, sir, I have to work these days, busy too. Oh, just don't worry. I know, Alex. I was joking, you know. All right, everybody. What would you tell your trader to do? To buy or sell? Talking about direction, not strategy. Talking about direction. And if we have time, we're going to do a trade, right? On the live account, real money, not demo. YouTube students, traders on YouTube first, then I'm going to go on Teams. Hello, Gil. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correctly. If you have any questions, Gil or Jill, don't hesitate to ask everybody. There is no right or wrong. We are here to learn, alright? You can ask questions, share ideas. Buy or sell? Yeah, everybody have a 20 seconds delay on the chat too. Can I put Contrarian and Fibonacci, everybody, on the confirmation Fibonacci? In the meantime, right, to push the conversation forward, let's go to Euro AUD. Euro AUD. There you go. Right now. Alright, give me a second, everybody. I'm going to do something. Delete one. Alright. Delete this one too, and delete this one. Alright. Olga says buy, I think. Fair enough. Fair enough, okay. So we're going to understand, you know, from the smaller time frames what it's happening, alright? So the original Fibonacci direction, yes, it's up. Confirmation Fibonacci making higher highs, higher lows, directions, yes, it's up. But talking about timing, right? So if we are talking about right now, do we agree that the market is falling, everybody? Do you see the candles going down and still going down, everybody? Okay, there is no right or wrong. We're trying to implement the knowledge, right? So step by step, all right? The original Fibonacci on Euro AUD is down. Okay, everybody? I'm going to just clone the sub A, sub B. Okay, so we're entering in the arena of how to trade the Fibonacci's. Is the arena of so-called alignments, sub A, sub B, sub D, sub A, sub B, sub D. Okay, everybody? So the original Fibonacci back in time, right? From the monthly bands, up, down, up and down, up and down. The last one, ABCD, the last one was this one. This was the last one, the original one, everybody. And then the market broke the original one, right? Here. So our original Fibonacci, everybody, now it's down, right? Would you be so kind and confirm that you have the same original Fibonacci as I do? We have a down A, B, right? Down A, B. And so far, that one is the C, right? Green goes to green. This is now the C, capital C. And the extension is down in here, everybody. Do you have the same original Fibonacci, everybody? All right. Don't worry, we are here to learn, so there is no right or wrong, right? Okay. Now, from the pictures that you are learning, everybody, you know, would you make money if you would trade the confirmation Fibonacci This is the most important thing in this lesson today, this question right now. When the market broke the counter trend line break on the monthly chart and changed the direction of the short-term trend, with the original Fibonacci being up on the monthly chart, would you make money trading the contrarian Fibonacci on the weekly chart, or would you make money trading the confirmation Fibonacci on the weekly chart? Because the original Fibonacci on the weekly chart compared to the original Fibonacci from the monthly chart is down. Okay, everybody, that's the question. In the meantime, I'm going to show you the solution. Sub A, clone, sub B, whoops, sub B, clone, sub C, and clone sub D. All right? It will be good to sell, says Alex. All right, everybody? So, if the original Fibonacci on Euro AUD weekly chart is down still today, and I'm going to start to chart the contrarian Fibonacci, contrarian goes in the opposite direction compared to the original one. So I'm going to delete this rectangle and delete this. Alright, hopefully I'm not making any mistakes. Low to high, there you go. Low to high. Readjusting the contrarian Fibonacci. Alright, low to high, and finally white goes to white, right? If I'm not mistaken. Alright, give me a second. So now we are here, right? Everybody agreed? Would you be so kind and confirm that you have the same contrarian Fibonacci on Euro AUD weekly chart? Okay. See, everybody talking about strategies, right? Some students don't understand, and that's on me. All right, that's on me. Some students still today, they don't understand alignments. Mo, finally, Mo, long time no see. Mo, how are you? Olga says the same. How are you doing, Mo? Mo, can you connect on Teams, Mo? I mean, do you have Teams? Not just Mo, everybody, but Mo, it's an old student of mine. Everybody connect on Teams, it's for free. Okay, here we have different folders. You are going to be connected to beginner traders, advanced traders, some of them professional traders. Okay, we have the FX Boss Strategy Lab. For everything, it's for free, doesn't cost you a cent, everybody. You can debate strategies, setups, And then of course we have here from the courses, the market wave mastery and the Fibonacci mastery, you know, and everything else. Okay? So everybody, talking about strategies, you know, some students still today, and that's on me, they don't understand alignments. You know, they would have a strategy that they're going to trade only, it's not wrong, but, oh, I'm going to trade only in the direction of the original Fibonacci, you know, and now the original Fibonacci on the weekly is down, and the market is giving you countless pips and money, and you cannot enter. Make sense? I'm not saying right or wrong, I'm saying that if your strategy is too rigid, or if you have rules that don't allow you to capitalize, profit take on the alignments. Good to catch you live, boss. Yes, send me an email, we need to talk. A lot of things are happening. Mo, next year we're going to trade together for, I'm going to trade together for 6 months with students. I have teams. Okay, everybody, I'm going to put in the chat the invitation, right, everybody? Try to click on it. All of you online, even if you don't talk, you're shy, just try to connect. All right. Otherwise, send me an email, everybody. If the link doesn't work, send me an email to mikefxboss@gmail.com. All right. So back to strategy, you know. So on the monthly, the original Fibonacci was up. Market broke the counter trend line. You can clearly see it. Market changed the short-term trend, the direction of the short-term trend. The confirmation Fibonacci on the monthly was making higher highs, higher lows. And this price action was aligned with the contrarian Fibonacci on the weekly. So if you would trade the contrarian Fibonacci on the weekly, you would make money. Does this make sense? But if you have a strategy that's too rigid, or it has different, not saying right or wrong, but if you have rules, oh, I can only trade in the direction of the original one and everything must be aligned, whatever may be the case, you would lose this. Not lose, but you would let money on the table, wouldn't you? And this is why it's important for you, 90% of you are not going to listen to me anyway, to reread those 4 slides, everybody. Reread every day. The original Fibonacci, the rules. The contrarian Fibonacci, the rules. The Fibonacci, the confirmation, the rules. And finally, this one. Every Fibonacci can have the contrarian Fibonacci and the Fibonacci, the confirmation. Yes, also the contrarian Fibonacci can have a contrarian Fibonacci. If not, how are you going to find the C of the contrarian Fibonacci and the Fibonacci, the confirmation? Now, number 3 is the case in here, what I'm showing you on charts. When comparing larger time frames and smaller time frame, it's possible that the contrarian Fibonacci on the larger time frame is the original and or the Fibonacci of the confirmation on the smaller time frame. In other words, the retracement of one could be the extension of the other. Can we make not so strong rules? Well, this is just subjective, Olga, I don't know. Can we make rules in such a way that we can catch either direction? Sure. Sure. Make sense, everybody? So, number 3, in other words, the retracement of one could be the extension of the other. See, everybody? The retracement of one, the retracement of the original on the weekly is the extension of the monthly. Just an example, right? Can you see it? This is why we are trying to learn those rules. Okay. Now we have the contrarian Fibonacci, right, on the weekly. So what can we do? What are you going to tell your trader? Buy, sell? Everybody, can I put a contrarian Fibonacci on the contrarian Fibonacci? Yes, I can, right? So up in here. So if I'm shorting the market, right, sub A, sub B, sub C, okay, just an example, capital C out, right? So I need to change colors again, you know, just not to, there is no right or wrong anyway, but okay, can I take a right from green to green down in here? Can I take the right if I short the market right here, stop loss above the A, and maybe not in here because the market most likely is going to react at past support? Would this be a way to go? Everybody? If you say so, exactly, I mean, there is no right or wrong, right? You can name it sub A, sub B, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can name it contra 1, contrarian 2, contrarian 3, you know. Alright, so me personally, I'm doing like sub, right? So it's going to be sub A in this example. Oh, there are, oh, are there? Did I, oh, I have it, sub A, sub B, sub C, and sub D down in here, the green, right? Okay, the green, sub A, sub B, sub, whoop. This is the contrarian one, right? Sub D down in here. Can you use the Fibonacci, everybody, to have an entry, have a stop loss, right? And let us see on the daily. On the daily chart, the original Fibonacci, it's up, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's up. So if you want to trade the there is no right or wrong, but if you want to trade the now in this time at this time the contrarian, right? So always, everybody, you start the contrarian from the B, and give me a second, contrarian. Alright, sub A, everybody give me a second, sub A, sub B. Orange went to orange, this one was broken, everybody. Orange went to orange, so this was the second one. No, it was not, so still here, everybody. We lost an entry, but anyway, right? So this was, then this is the sub A up in here. That's the sub B, sub A, sub B, sub C up in here. Give me a second, sub C, and finally on the daily chart this time, white goes to white. This is the sub D. Right, and this sub D, you know, again, it's going to be most of like past support trade. So if we enter right now, risk reward maybe not the best, right? So this just graphically, if I'm risking that much, If I risk 1 Bitcoin, I need to make 2 Bitcoins or 1.5. In a risk 1 Lambo, I need to make 1.5 of Lambos. And also maybe not the best, right? What else can you trade? If Fibonacci no go, risk reward ratio wise, well, short-term trend, right? Or everybody, hopefully not to get too complex, can you trade the confirmation Fibonacci on the contrarian? You know, can you trade the confirmation Fibonacci on the contrarian? It gets too crazy now, right, everybody? It got crazy with all of these Fibonaccis. Well, nevertheless, this was the entry. We lost it, right, in class. This was the entry. And you would go from here. Everybody, somewhere, you know, risk reward ratio maybe even not good, right? All right, roughly 1 for 1, you know. Okay, now I don't know, I mean, not suitable, right? But you can enter on the smaller time frames if you want. Let us see if we can do something on the 4-hour chart. Just quickly, right? To find an entry. This was one, and I'm not sure if the market broke this one. Yeah, it broke. Now we need to go in here. So from here to here, this was the first one. And the second one, if I'm not mistaken, of course. Yeah. There was a news announcement yesterday on AUD, right, everybody? No, I'm not going to enter. There is no right or wrong, it's your strategy, everybody. So, can you see the application of the Fibonacci's on price action? Or is all woo-woo? Like, oh, what is he talking about? And this market doesn't make sense to me. Euro AUD, sub A, sub B, sub C. Okay. So me and Alex, we're predicting and Olga, we're predicting as a good analyst that the market is going to go somewhere down to here area. So maybe it's not the perfect Fibonacci trade, everybody, but try to take advantage of this fall, right? Going down. Make sense, everybody? Talking about the Fibonacci, so back on chart and charting, the original Fibonacci on Euro AUD weekly is down, the contrarian it's up, alright, and now the confirmation, see everybody, the confirmation Fibonacci on the original one, it's equal to the contrarian Fibonacci on the contrarian Fibonacci. Don't freak out, you're going to understand this. Just practice, practice, practice. Okay? So in our humble opinion, the market is going to go down here to somewhere, you know. Boss, can I short the market and put the stop loss on the sub C? Strategy wise, you can do whatever you want, but you are risking, everybody. You are increasing the risk of being stopped out by 80% if you're talking about Fibonacci trading. I know what you're thinking, most of you. You're thinking, I cannot have the stop loss on the sub A because the risk reward ratio is not going to be favorable. Therefore, I'm going to put the stop loss above the sub C and take the right. You can do this. There is no right or wrong in strategy. But be aware that just maybe the market can do this and still go down. Alright, everybody? Otherwise, you need to get in a habit of a good trader. What's the habit? You need to wait. Did I just close? Everybody, give me a second. And yeah, maybe I did close the... Oh no, it didn't. Give me a second. I'm going to reopen. Hopefully it didn't hopefully it didn't delete the... If I delete the daily chart, oh my god, I need to chart it again, right? So everybody keep rereading, you know. Number 4, in other words, the retracement of one could be the extension of the other and vice versa. The capital D of the original Fibonacci is stronger than all the other Ds from other Fibonaccis. This applies to all time frames. Give me a second. Did I just delete it? Did I just delete the daily? Oh no, it's here. Thanks God. Alright. Back to chart. Alright. Sub A, sub B, sub C. So we're not going to complicate that much. We're going to leave it from here, so far here, right? And well, you can trade trends if you want. You are now in extension, so you can wait for another retracement and short it then. It's a variable if you want. Alright, everybody. And otherwise, you can go to the smaller time frames. You can go to the 4-hour chart or 2-hour chart, example, you know, and trade the small one, right? This is the most recent one, right? Well, this is the signal, you know, still good. This was the signal from yesterday night in Brazilian time. It was midnight and a half. This is the candle, so supposedly this Euro AUD is going to go down, right? You know, there is no right or wrong. You can put the stop loss up in here, but remember, you are increasing the risk of being stopped out past resistance again, and then the market goes back down. Me, I'm not doing this. I'm obeying the Fibonacci rules. If I need to wait, I'm going to wait. Everybody, make sense? Moving forward, always remember, if things get complicated, the larger time frame controls the lower time frame, and the market will always go in the direction of the greatest force. Monthly, weekly, daily. The monthly, when the monthly Fibonacci was up, and when the monthly Fibonacci changed the shortened trend, this Fibonacci took all the other charts and dragged it up with it. Make sense? You should trade. It's going to take some time for you to understand, because so far it's just intellectual information. Make sense? You should trade on the weekly chart. You should trade the contrarian Fibonacci. Why? Because the contrarian Fibonacci on the weekly chart was aligned with the greatest force, with the greater force, the confirmation Fibonacci on the monthly. Does this make sense? You are going to have countless combination in multiple time frames. You are going to have sometimes this is going to be, yes, sorry, I'm not home. Okay, you are going to have the weekly like this and then the daily different. Make sense, everybody? The key word in Fibonacci trading, it's alignment. If you can find the correct alignments and not be scared, which is part of growing up as a trader, then you can make money. Otherwise, no, I mean, it's going to take some time anyway. Alright, everybody? And talking about the daily, right? This is the original Fibonacci, everybody. So confirmation, right? Let's chart the confirmation Fibonacci. The confirmation Fibonacci goes in the same direction as the original one, so this is going to be sub A, sub B, sub D. Green goes to green, sub A, sub B, sub D. I'm not sure if it's blue. Well, it's still the opa. Give me a second. I need to check, double check, triple check. Everybody, if the market hit the blue, no, it didn't. All right. So green goes to green. Confirmation Fibonacci, and we are here. Green. This is the blue. Whoops. Did the oh, it took us out, everybody. Blue, if I'm not mistaken, blue went to blue. I need to double check, everybody. So here, see everybody, blue retracement on the confirmation Fibonacci, blue retracement, blue extension, and the market broke. The market did break the confirmation Fibonacci. Before we finish for today, why did the market broke the confirmation Fibonacci? What's the reason? In Fibonacci theory, this is explained. What's the reason? Sub A, sub B, sub B, everybody. Boss, I don't know. What is the greatest force in Fibonacci trading? Sub A, sub B, sub C. The original Fibonacci is the direction, sub A, sub B, sub C, you know. Sub D. Everybody, when you see this kind of Fibonacci's, alright, question, was the capital C confirmed, yes or no? See everybody, why you study these slides? Trading rules. We use the contrarian Fibonacci to find the capital C of the original Fibonacci until the sub D extension of the contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the capital AB boundary of the original Fibonacci. You are entering trades with the probability 50-50. If you can find the contrarian Fibonacci with the projected sub D extension above or below the capital A of the original Fibonacci, you're entering 80-25 probability trades. So if you would buy the confirmation, would this trade be a 50% probability trade, or would this be an 80% probability trade? Meaning, do you have a confirmed C? This is the sub D of the contrarian. Boss, this is too complex. Rewatch the recording, study. It's not that difficult, I'm telling you. It's also not that easy. If not, otherwise everybody would have a lamb already, but it's not that difficult, I'm telling you. The rules are stating if you can find the projected sub D extension below the capital A, then DC would be confirmed and you would enter 80-85% probability trades. This does increase the probability of general trades. This increases the probability of the direction, everybody. Don't mix apples with bananas. Okay? If this retracement would be down in here somewhere, then when the market is going to go up, there is an 80% chance that it's never going to turn down. This is what Fibonacci is trying to explain. If this is now up in here, then it's a 50% chance, so the market can go up, but in a deeper retracement, and up and in a deeper retracement. Make sense, everybody? Alright, our time is up. Mo, please connect on Teams so I can put you in the group, different groups, so you can chat with other student traders. Otherwise, everybody, see you back tomorrow. Okay, if you want the Fibonacci package, send me an email to mikefxboss@gmail.com. Mo, if you don't have the free manual, okay, courtesy of Shola and Ernesto, you know, it's for free. Send me an email, everybody. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and study the Fibonacci as a boss. Never forget you're the boss of your own account. This is the boss, signing off.